cameras. All right, we'll take questions for Brock. They have the mics.
Hey, Brock, obviously a cold day. You're getting the start, your second one thrown into action. Just kind of your overall thoughts on, how the game flowed for you today, and as well as the offense.
It was a huge team win. Our defense showed out. I think they only scored 10 points. That's crazy. I thought Jawar played his ass off. I thought the O-line did amazing. I just had to do my job, and we just grinded that out.
Brock, it did look like the yardage was tough, but you all kept grinding, and you eventually found what you needed out there. What were you seeing, and what were you able to kind of take advantage of later in the game?
They have a good defense. We knew coming in that it was going to be a dogfight, and I thought we got the yardage that we needed, obviously, and every week is different. Sometimes we go air raid, other times we ground and pound. And so you just got to execute the game plan and trust that, they know what they're doing up there. And, we got it done. So that's all that matters.
Yeah, back on October 1st, you guys were 2-3. A lot of people were writing you off. How have you managed to turn it around, and how does it feel to have turned it around?
A lot of times people write you off, and you just got to not write back and just keep grinding. And this whole team, we knew our backs were against a wall, and we were just grateful for the opportunity to make this run that we have, and we're a team. If that didn't show it tonight, that was just a team win. You couldn't blame that on anybody. That was complete and total team win, so I'm just grateful to be a part of it.
Brock, some things obviously didn't go you guys' way early on, a lot of field goals, but, one of the things coaches talked about you is just having that, that confidence or that kind of calm demeanor. I guess where does that kind of come from, and how are you able to just kind of keep a level head with everything going on?
Yeah, I would just say trust in your preparation. When you put in the hours, it's easy to be confident out there because you know what you're seeing. And ultimately having trust in your teammates. I got a great offensive line. I got some great receivers, some great running backs that, took the load today. So really, it's easy for me when everyone around you is really good.
Brock, you mentioned Jawar and the running backs there doing some work for you. What's on a day when you know the defense is going to make you guys grind it out? How big was that 98-yard touchdown return when you're watching from the sideline? What's your reaction?
That was huge. So at first, I was like, man, we're going to have the ball the 10-yard line. Dang, this is going to be a long series. And then he just takes off with it. And, Jawar's first big play as a Cardinal was a kick return in the bowl game last year versus Air Force. And so we knew he had it in him, and he was due one. And, that changed everything. The momentum, I think we went up 10 at that point. So that was huge. I went over to the lineman and I just said, hey, great drive, and then a touchdown, so that's all that matters.
Brock, I know you guys are aware of which game is next. How important is it to have momentum heading into a rivalry game?
It's huge. If I've learned anything here is this last game means a lot to a lot of people. So we're not going to take it lightly at all, and we're going to make sure we go out there and put our best foot forward and shift the tide.
People overlook James Turner a little bit. It wasn't the greatest day to kick. It's cold. It's windy. Just talk about what makes him so successful.
Yeah, he has that poise that you really need to have in a kicker. He never gets too high or too low. He's a really good guy also. So, we trust him every single day. We see him knock down really long field goals. He's really consistent, and he did a phenomenal job tonight. The elements definitely affect things, but I thought he was fantastic for us.
Anybody else? Alexis?
You mentioned the rivalry game next week. Obviously, you were around last year for that one, but what are, some stories you've heard from maybe some guys that have grown up here about that game and, just being around it?
Yeah, it's bragging rights for the entire year. Everyone knows that this game decides, who had a successful season in the eyes of Kentucky people. So, we're not going to take it lightly at all. And we're going to make sure that we do our job Monday through Friday so we give ourselves an opportunity on Saturday.
Thanks, Bob.
Appreciate it.